Welcome back to Clean with Kate. It's the last day in Zone 5 today, the living room. And I haven't done very much this week. I've literally done a little bit of dusting and I may have cleaned the pictures and I think I cleaned the mirror, but that is it. This room isn't bad. This room tends to be kept so it's always company ready, but it needs some attention. It's a month since I've done a detailed clean on this room. And actually, when I've come in and looked, thinking, oh, it's not actually that bad, there's a lot of stuff on the floor. Let me just zoom in. There's crumbs on the floor. I don't even know what they are. They look like crisps. So we definitely need a little bit of a clean. I think this room got missed this week on Weekly Home Blessing as well, because the house is quite big. Not every room gets done on Weekly Home Blessing, and I think I didn't actually do this week. So there's loads of stuff on the carpet. My husband, I think, has been eating popcorn. Anyway, I'm going to set my timer and I'm just going to do what I can. But before I start, I'm just going to show you my detailed cleaning list for Zone 5. So I don't know if you can see it, but I shall read it to you. So here's my list for Zone 5. I sometimes add extra things on. So I do a detailed vacuum, including pulling out the sofa and the chairs, if my husband helps. But actually, last time I did it on my own, so I'm getting strong. I wash the blankets. These are these things. Particularly in winter, we have a lot of blankets in here because it's a very cold house. Although since we put the log burner in, it's been much better. I declutter random stuff that has accumulated in here. That's not too bad, to be fair. I don't think the only thing that is sort of cluttering up the place are the DVDs, but they are kind of appropriate. I polish the wooden furniture. I've already done that. I clean the cat mats. I do the cobwebs. I check the rugs for moth larvae. We once made the mistake of bringing a really old carpet into the house and not checking it thoroughly, and it had moths in it, or moth eggs in it, and we got moths. Once you've got moths, they are quite difficult to eradicate, so I have to have a sort of eradication program to see any sign of damage. And that involves pulling out the sofa, because this is a wool rug, vacuuming underneath the sofa and putting a moth treatment on if I think there's any sign of infestation. I'm going to fluff the cushions. I'm going to wash it. Well, it says I'm going to wash the skating boards. I might just dust them today, but I'll see how I go. I'm going to clean the doors and the doorknobs. I'm going to clean the television. I think I've already done that. I'm going to clean the radiators, dust behind the TV and inside the TV cupboard. Dusting behind the TV is quite a challenge. I need my husband's help for that because I have to move the television and then it's really awkward to do it without breaking it. So I may miss that out because I think he's busy at the moment. But actually looking under there is very dusty. It does need doing. I'm also going to clean under the sofas and the chair with a damp cloth. I haven't actually... Oh, I have got something I could use. Okay, so anyway, less chat, more action. I've set my timer. I'm going to do a full 15 minutes in here. There will be some vacuuming involved. I've got my heavy-duty Dyson, which is good for doing under the sofas, and I've also got my Hetty. So you may want to switch the sound off when I'm vacuuming. I'll warn you before I vacuum. I'll try and remember to warn you. So I might start with some quiet jobs, although it's always good to get the vacuuming out of the way. Yeah, change of plan. I'm starting with vacuuming. So I've got everything I need here in my little basket. I've got a glass cleaning product. I've got polish. I've even got the head to the vacuum cleaner, the dusting head to the vacuum cleaner somewhere. So I may use that to do the skirting boards. Anyway, I think I'm just going to get started because it's quite late in the evening. I don't normally clean at this time of night, but it's been really hot all week and I just haven't felt like doing it in the day, and it's cooled down now. So I'm going to get going. Anyway, I'm setting my timer for 15 minutes. This is going to be quite a long cleaning session. But you never know, I might get it finished early. See how we go. Maybe I can do it in 5 minutes. Let's see. Anyway, it's set and I'm going in. Vacuum cleaner's plugged in. I'm going to start with Hetty. So I'm going to switch Hetty on now, so you might want to switch the sound off possibly. So I'm starting with vacuuming Hetty. If you're still with me, thank you for staying. You may want to get your vacuum cleaner out and do a bit of vacuuming along with me. Or you might like to just watch, and then hopefully it will inspire you to go and tackle a little bit of your zone work, whatever zone we happen to be in. I think if I don't do this tonight, I feel like I have to catch up next week. And I know in the Fly Lady system, Fly Lady says you're never behind, don't try to catch up. But I will know that I haven't done it, so I really want to do it tonight, even if it's not done perfectly and I don't move all the furniture. I just want to know that I've given it a bit of a vacuum, because actually it needs it. It's quite nice and it's reasonably tidy, this room, so it's not a difficult job. Right, I need to pull my vacuum cleaner over here now. I need to put the brushes down because I'm going onto the hard floors. Oops, actually the brushes were already down. It's quite a thin carpet. It's an antique carpet, so it seems to have coped okay. I'm not sure I would have been able to do that if it was a thick pile carpet. I'm going to just, while I'm over here, give the sofa a little vacuum. Probably going to take the cushions off the sofas. Actually, I usually do that as part of my detailed cleaning. And I go behind things, which I wouldn't do in dampening weekly home blessing. So let's just get back here. Whoops. Got my lace-up shoes on. Vacuuming away, getting cobwebs out the windows. Seeing what's down here. It's always a surprise what comes in. Live in the countryside, you never know what you're going to find. So let's go on the other side. Okay, right. Let's pull the cushions off. Let's just vacuum. Let's just get it in. See, this sofa doesn't get a lot of use because it's not actually very comfortable. But it looks nice. Teddy, it mainly gets used at Christmas when we have more people here. This is definitely our sort of Christmas room. This is an absolutely lovely room at Christmas because the colours are all reds and golds, and we put our Christmas tree out, and it really lends itself to Christmas, this room. It's lovely in summer as well. In the heat wave, this room is really cool, and in winter it's really cosy because it's got a log burner. So it's a lovely room. The only time that we don't really use it is in the day. It's not as bright as some of the other rooms. So it's very much an evening and winter room, I would say. Right, let's flatten the carpet down. Oh, the trouble with vacuum cleaners is this one is giving out so much heat. This is why I just could not face doing this during the day. So I'm really glad I saved it as an evening job. I actually wish I could open the window in here, but I can't. Oh, I've just spotted a massive cobweb because this room has, look at that cobweb. Oh no, it's inside. This room, I need to get my husband to help with this. Maybe I can. This room is quite tricky. It has secondary double glazing. There we are. I've opened the secondary double glazing. I'm going to get the cobwebs. Oh, that is a big cobweb. I'm so glad I decided to come in and do this. That one, I didn't spot that last month. I think that's a new arrival. Oh my goodness, there's obviously been a lot of spider activity in here. The problem with secondary double glazing is we need it in winter because it is quite a cold, exposed position. Let me just pull. I'm terrified I'm going to break this glass. Let's have a look what else. More cobwebs. I'm just going to get the worst of the cobwebs out. And actually, it'd be quite good to clean these windows while I've got it open. So I might leave this open if I don't forget. Pop that back. There's always more cobwebs on the inside if there's a glass. I think you get a little brush on it. The reason we have secondary double glazing rather than normal double glazing is because this is a listed building, and the windows are really old. It's a Georgian farmhouse. Oh, I definitely need my husband's help with this. This is quite a challenge. I don't know if I can get behind it. I think I'll save that for later, but I might get him to help me with this. It's holding these huge windows. So the windows are really beautiful sash windows. But when we first moved into the house 11 years ago, we took out the secondary double glazing because we thought it was really ugly. And it's not a looker, to be fair. And then the first winter we lived here, oh my goodness, we were so cold. We were so cold. I persuaded my husband to put the secondary glazing back in. Luckily we got rid of it. It's really expensive to replace. So we had the sash windows restored, but it was still incredibly cold. So we had to put the double glazing back in. This room was we couldn't get it warm. Now even with the fire going, it used to have an open fire, which was really beautiful, but not actually that effective at heating the room. So a couple of years ago, we had a couple of really hard winters, and we were spending a lot of time in the house because we both work from home a lot. So we actually put a log burner in here, and that is so much better. Although it's not as pretty as the original fire, we've still got the original fireplace, but it's not as pretty as the original open fire, but it's so much more effective at keeping us warm. So I'm just going to have a bit of a vacuum around the fire. It's not actually bad because it hasn't been lit recently. Although it was only a couple of weeks ago we were liking this. It's incredible. The weather in the UK has gone from sort of winter to full-on Mediterranean summer, even though we're not in the Med, in a matter of weeks. Oh, which is why I've struggled to do my zone work recently. Anyway, it's lovely having you along for the ride. It's definitely helping to motivate me to get mine done. Oh, I should have bought a glass of water in here, I think. These log baskets get used a lot in winter. We burn logs on this log burner. It is a multi-fuel stove, and occasionally when it's been really cold, we've put smokeless fuel on it to keep it going overnight. But this year it's been really mild, so we haven't done that. Right. Whew, I'm quite out of breath. How long have I been going for? Okay, 8 minutes. I've got 8 minutes left on my timer, so I need to keep going. I think the vacuuming is probably one of the tasks that needs doing the most in here. As I say, I didn't get to it on my weekly home blessing this week. I think I got to it last week. But as I say, this room is mainly used in winter. Although I have really appreciated the coolness of it these last couple of weeks. Right, so I need to get under there. Okay, that's looking a lot better than it was. Right, now I'm going to get the little brush head. Sorry about this is turning into a mainly vacuuming video in Zone 5. But it's amazing how much you can do with a vacuum cleaner. So I've got this little soft head on my vacuum, and that's really good for going into the corners, doing cobwebs, doing the tops of doors, just getting to places that maybe the big head can't. I'll vacuum the sort of flat areas on the door. Right, I'm going to have to go in behind this sofa next. We have a problem with this wall. I'm just going to switch the vacuum cleaner off for a minute. So I'm going to need to pull the sofa out and move the other vacuum. Right. Whew. Oh, goodness. I need to move this box as well. Because for the sofa to come out, the box has to come out. It's quite a job. This is why I quite often get my husband to help, because it's so physical. Oh, my goodness. I really need to empty this box. This box is full of old videos, which we don't watch videos anymore. I've got to get rid of them. It's so silly. Oh, my goodness. There's a beetle under there. Oh, Mike, I need someone to catch them. Do you know, I'm just going to grab it. Oh, I don't want to kill it, so I'm just going to take it with my hands and I'm going to put it outside. The window's open in the kitchen, so I can just shove it outside. The joys of living in the countryside. Oh, wasn't expecting that. Okay, let's just release it. Off you go. Woohoo! His freedom. Just hope he doesn't come back in the window. Okay, back to the lounge. Oh my goodness, what else is going to come out from underneath the... what's going to come out from underneath the sofa? This is... Every time I do this zone, I think I must declutter this box. So I need to get on it and do some decluttering. Golly, I think that might be a moth under there. I think I've got a moth, possibly, and maybe not, under my sofa. Right, I'm going to go back now and vacuum quickly under there in case there's any moths or moth eggs or anything. So that is one of the places they like to hide. But I thought I saw a moth, but when I actually touched it, I don't think it was. If it was a dead moth. Or maybe a moth cast. Good. That's not too bad. That looks okay. It's quite a worn old carpet. It is very... I think it came with the house, this carpet, and I'd probably been in here quite a long time. And when we bought it, it didn't actually have... When we bought the house, rather, the carpet didn't have any moth damage. It was us, sadly, that introduced the moths buying an antique carpet. Whew. If you ever buy old carpets, you need to make sure, as soon as you get them home, you roll them out somewhere where there's good light, and you vacuum them. You look for any signs of moth damage or moth infestation, because the little grubs, it's not the moths that eat the carpet, it's the little grubs. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, I've got another problem here. Right. Can't move that sofa any further. The box is blocking it. I really wish my husband would come and help me with this. I'm getting such a sweat on doing it. Okay, I have got 3 minutes 56 left to do some more vacuuming. Right. Oh, my goodness. So I'm keeping going with the vacuuming. Do you know what? I'm not going to get it done perfectly. Behind the sofa. Good. Okay. Oh, golly. Okay, let's switch that off now. Okay, I'll put the sofa back here for now. I need to leave it out from the wall a bit to let the wall air. That wall is an old lime plaster wall. And because we had so much rain earlier in the year, it has got quite damp. And I want it to dry out now the weather's warmed up. Oh. Right, I'm going to vacuum the sofa while I've got some time left. I might only get to one of them. I've given the other sofa a little vacuum, haven't I? Where's my brush head gone? Oh no, I've put it down somewhere. I don't believe it, and now I've lost it. Whew. I am really hot. While I look for the brush head, I might do another task that needs doing in here, because I can't actually see it. Is it in my pocket? No. Ah, I've spotted it. I'm just going to wash these mats down. Sorry, clean these mats down. Sometimes I take them into the kitchen and do them, but as I haven't got much time today, I'm just going to give them a wipe down with this Method general purpose cleaning fluid, which is it smells of lavender, which I absolutely love the smell of, and moths hate, so that's a really good choice for in here where I've got a wall carpet. Okay, let's give it a... These are pretty old, these mats, so they're not going to come up perfect, but they're good enough. Sometimes we eat our meals in here, or we have drinks or pudding in here when we're watching TV. I'm going to actually sit down to do this job. This is quite... I need to get my breath back, and I'm so warm. But this job really did need doing. You can see there's quite a lot of muck coming off them. They will probably be ready for... I might have to get some new ones soon. New to me. I don't buy many things new. I like vintage and antiques, as you may have gathered looking around my house. Okay, oh my goodness, they smell amazing. So I'll just leave them now to dry while I tackle the cup ones. These little mats are to prevent our drinks and our food, our hot dishes, marking the wooden surface, because this is an antique over here, and it's a nice sort of shiny wooden surface. And if you put hot things like coffee or a hot dish onto a polished wooden surface, a French polished wooden surface, then it will damage it. It will leave horrible marks. We have got some furniture where that has happened, but so far, because I use these little mats in here, I've managed to protect this piece of furniture. So, whoops, mustn't put my cleaning products on it, because that won't do it any good either. But it's particularly, well, cold drinks can do it as well, but particularly hot drinks seem to be very problematic, maybe because they damage the varnish or something. Right, we're done on that. That was actually a really nice little sit down task, just to let me cool down a bit and catch my breath. Oh my goodness, my time is going. Do you know, I think that's enough for tonight. I just need to fluff my cushions on my sofa. I might just give a sofa a really, really quick little vacuum just to get the worst of the crumbs off it, but I'm not taking it apart. Good enough is good enough. And actually, when I first came into the room, I thought it looked fine. So you had to look closely to find the mess. And I did do this a really good vacuum. Well, last time we were in zone 5. We haven't been in zone 5 for very long this week, as it's only Wednesday today, and this is the last day because of the change of the month. We're in July and we go to August tomorrow. So it's not my fault. I haven't had all week to do it. Just giving it a whack. Oh God, it's amazing what you find, isn't it? Chocolate wrappers. And it has been eating chocolate. Right, I'm going to put the sofa back together and I'm going to stop. So where are the cushions? Anyway, I hope you found the video inspiring you. Just to do something. You can't always do everything, but at least I've done something. I didn't get to vacuum the whole sofa out, but you know, it looks pretty good. I'm going to put my vacuum cleaner away. I'm going to say that's enough for this month in here. I've done some detail cleaning. I haven't done everything, but I've done quite a bit. So now I'm going to move my vacuum cleaner probably into the hall, because tomorrow we're going into zone 1. I'm going to need to do a little bit of decluttering in the hall because I've got a duvet here. It's been to the laundrette. It was too big to go in my washing machine, so I had to take it to the laundrette. Anyway, I just need to put the lounge back together now. I've forgotten about that. I'll probably leave my cleaning basket out in the hall in zone 1, just so that it reminds me. And I'm going to probably leave I didn't actually get to use my big Dyson, but I'll probably leave my big Hoover out in zone 1 as well, just so it reminds me to do my zone work. And then maybe if I can get a start on it tomorrow, then I won't have to do any at the weekend. I'll have finished it. Going to unplug the vacuum cleaner. That is definitely enough for tonight. 15 minutes is enough. Occasionally I'll have a blitz and get it all done, but 15 minutes for today is enough. Anyway, I'm going to have to move this heavy box back now. Just give my other cushions a fluff. The thing is with his own work is once you start, you just want to keep going. I can see I don't want to stop. Anyway, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to put my feet up for 2 minutes. Anyway, thank you for watching my videos. I'm going to put the room back together, I promise. I hope you're finding them inspiring. Really appreciate it if you like, comment. Any feedback is really appreciated. If you've got any tips for managing moths, I'd love to hear them. And if you're enjoying the content, please hit subscribe. Anyway, good evening for now. Thank you for watching. Bye.